An A-level student has sent in this Venn diagram probability question. This one looks like a lot of fun, and we stand to gain 6 marks if we get it right. Remember to keep sending in your questions, and I will keep making these explainer videos. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with future videos. Okay, let's see if we can answer this question. Here it is behind me on the virtual whiteboard. We're given a Venn diagram of 3 events, A, B, and C. So whenever I'm given a diagram, I like to spend 2 minutes just making sure I understand what the question is telling me. So let's zoom into the Venn diagram. So we can see that A and B overlap. So A and B overlap. We can also see that B and C overlap. But A and C do not overlap. Okay. We're also given the probabilities of each section. For example, the probability of A and B is this section, A and B. Whereas the probability of A or B, A or B, is that section. Awesome, I think we understand the diagram. Let's do the first part of the question. So part A. It says, write down 2 events that are mutually exclusive. So which 2 events cannot happen together? So for example, if you flip a coin, getting heads or getting tails on the one coin cannot happen at the same time. Therefore, they're not going to overlap on a Venn diagram. So in this Venn diagram, the 2 mutually exclusive events are the 2 events that do not overlap. It's A and C, because A and C are the only 2 that do not overlap. So A and C. Okay, so let's have a look at the more information that we're given by the question. Events A and B are independent. So A and B are independent, and that's a key word. And we also have the probability of C, which is 0.3. And the question wants us to find the values of P, Q, and R. So that keyword, A and B are independent. So the probability of A multiplied by the probability of B, which according to the Venn diagram is equal to 0.15. So the probability of A multiplied by the probability of B equals, according to the Venn diagram, A and B is 0.15. So we know the probability of A. A is this whole section here. It's 0.125 plus 0.15, or just 0.4. 0.4. Now we can do a little algebra to deduce the probability of B. So if we divide both sides by 0.4, we know that the probability of B must equal 0.15 divided by 0.4, which equals 0.375. So now we know the probability of B, the event which is B. So using that, if we know the probability of B, which is this whole circle here, we can deduce P, because P is inside that circle. So how would we do that? We would do the probability of all of B, subtract 0.15 and 0.1, and that will give us the probability of P. That will give us P. So P is equal to the probability of all of B, subtract the 0.15 and 0.1. Well, we've worked out the probability of B. We did that in the last part. So we can substitute that in. 0.375 and minus 0.15 subtract 0.1 is the same as saying minus 0.25. So P, therefore, must equal 0.125. Now we've got P. I'll highlight that. And we'll even write that on our diagram so we remember. We've worked out P as 0.125. That's P. Now we have P. We can use this to calculate Q. Q is the probability of C subtract the probability of P. Let's have a look at that. So it's all of C subtract P leaves us with Q. Well, we know what C is. It told us in the question. The probability of C is 0.3. So let's write that down. So Q is equal to the probability of C subtract the P that we worked out. We were told that the probability of C is 0.3. We worked out P, which is 0.125. Therefore, Q must equal 0.175. And now we have Q. And we're going to highlight that too. We'll also put that on our diagram, just so we remember. That's 0.175. Okay, we've got P and we've got Q. And finally, we can use everything we've calculated to deduce R. So R is the whole, subtract the probability of everything inside the circles. The whole is 1, and subtract all the numbers on the Venn diagram. So the numbers on the Venn diagram are 0.25, 0.15, 0.1, 0.125, and 0.175. So we're going to subtract those from 1. Okay, so let's write that down. So to work out R, we must do 1, which is the whole, subtract all of those numbers that I just mentioned. Let's see if I can remember them. 0.25, subtract 0.15, subtract 0.1, subtract 0.125, subtract 0.175. And I think that's all of them. And if you work all of that out, 1 subtract all of those is equal to 0.2. So we know now that P is equal to 0.125, Q is equal to 0.175, and R, we just worked out, is 0.2. That was an awesome question. The key skills we used in that question were Venn diagrams, probability, and algebra. Now, if you found that video helpful, I'd really appreciate a like, and don't forget to follow or subscribe to stay up to date with future videos. Keep sending in the questions, I'll keep making the videos, and if you want to learn any of these topics in a lot more detail, we offer one-to-one tutoring. Visit our website skittles.school to book a free demonstration lesson. So until the next one, keep learning and keep being awesome.